There is a man-made chemical. It was invented during the Manhattan Project. It repelled the elements, especially water. So they used it to make the first ever waterproof coating for tanks. It was indestructible. Then some companies thought, hey, why just a battlefield? Why not bring this chemical into American home? DuPont was one of those companies.
Tell me, is it fact or opinion? You be the judge.
You'll have to decide. You'll have to decide. You'll have to decide.
Welcome to a Facts or Opinion where everybody's got a fact and everybody's got an opinion. Yo, check this out, man. I was sitting around and I was going through a lot of my timelines and I saw something, and I always knew this, but you always think about cookingware and things of that nature. And I know this sounds crazy, but we need to be aware and cognizant of what's really going on and what's in that, in our house. So I was going through it and I saw this Teflon. And where was Teflon created? How was it created? And it was a movie that came out that spoke on that. Also, I'm going to show you this video where this woman breaks down about, when you use your pans and things of that nature. So I want y'all to check this out. And y'all tell me what y'all think about this.
Have there been any studies done on the impact of people cooking on these versus people that don't cook with these non-stick sort of Teflon pans?
Well, I can tell you that they've measured the amount of chemicals that are coming off of the pans. And so if you've ever had a non-stick piece of cookware, it scratches very easily.
Yeah.
And some of these scratches are microscopic and invisible to the naked eye. Studies have found that a surface scratch can release 9,000 particles from that non-stick coating into your food. And if it's a crack, that number jumps up to 2.3 billion particles that are transferred into your food.
What's that going to do to my health?
PFAS are linked with several types of cancers, so kidney and testicular cancer, thyroid disorders, which thyroid problems are so common these days, but they're not normal. Then we have increased risk of miscarriage, preterm labor, preterm birth, preeclampsia, which is high blood pressure during pregnancy. Could be deadly. You also have increased obesity that's linked with PFAS chemicals. And PFAS also contribute to an increase in endometriosis and PCOS.
There is a man-made chemical. It was invented during the Manhattan Project. It repelled the elements, especially water. So they used it to make the first ever waterproof coating for tanks. It was indestructible. Then some companies thought, hey, why just a battlefield? Why not bring this chemical into American home? DuPont was one of those companies. So they took this chemical, PFOA, they renamed it C8, and they made their own impenetrable coating, but not for tanks, for pans. They called it Teflon. From the start, something wasn't right. The men and workers who made Teflon were coming down with nausea, fevers. DuPont wanted to know why. So they laced cigarettes with Teflon. They told a group of their workers, hey, smoke these. DuPonters did as they were told. Almost all those men were hospitalized. That's 1962. 1 year after Teflon launched, and already DuPont knew. The dust, they just sent right up the smokestacks, released into the air. The sludge, tossed it into the Ohio. Or packed it in the drums and chucked it into the Chesapeake. But they weren't the only ones covering their tracks. 3M, who pioneered these chemicals for Scotchgard, they were testing them on monkeys. Most of the monkeys died. It wasn't like DuPont didn't know that, because they were doing their own tests on rats. Watched the organs balloon. Now the rats are getting cancers. Tested them on pregnant rats and watched them give birth to pups with deformed eyes. So they yanked all the young women off the Teflon line and never told them why.
All right, so what do y'all think about that? Man, that's scary work, man, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that it started with tanks and then they came up with something else. And on top of that, every time you use something, if you don't use something rubber, or you're using a fork or a spatula, metal spatula, you're giving off toxins, which is causing a lot of these things. Now it makes sense that a lot of the stuff that they're trying to change up and banned, whether it be, the dyes and things. I guess it's want to get us basically aware of really what's going on. And we really live in a world right now, man, that, we're the guinea pigs. They try everything else. When you go to other countries, a lot of stuff is banned, Oreos, things of that nature, because it's cancerous containing material, and they allow that over here. So I just wanted to bring this awareness to guys, bring this awareness. You paying all this money for these non-stick pans, but you really need to go get cast iron or stainless steel instead of taking that other stuff, because actually the toxins and the particles are going in the air, and they really are doing damage to your body. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I know a lot of people probably know about that, but I just wanted to bring the awareness to everybody. Peace.
Tell me, is it facts or opinions? You be the judge.